Hi, I'm Shane. I'm 52 years of age. I live in Perth, Western Australia. I'm a professional race car coach and hot lap driver. And my main job is I'm explosives technician, trainer, assessor, and I travel around the world doing that. Friends would describe me as loyal, courageous, very outgoing and adventurous, but also highly competitive. I do like to win. Do I think people gravitate towards me? Definitely yes. Quite often I can be the life of the party. I'm a wealth of knowledge. People love hearing my interesting stories about what I've done and what I've achieved in my life, and certainly interesting places and people I've met and things I've done around the world. So yeah, I think people will gravitate to me quite well. My extroverted qualities, I think being outgoing and adventurous, being able to communicate with people, being a leader when I need to, but also I'm highly aware of what extroverted personality traits do to some people. So being able to, I guess, conceal those things and use bits of my personality traits when I need to, so I don't stick my head up above the pack and get it chopped off too early. What annoys me most about introverts is generally introverts I found to be a little bit sneaky, a little bit quiet, a little bit mischievous, getting inside their head and understanding what they're actually thinking. And extracting information out of them. I think those will be the hardest challenges for me. Look, yeah, I think I do have something to prove. Look, I've applied for Australian Survivor a number of times and had a few interviews and been close, but I can never understand why I haven't got on. So look, I'll be using the LRG Sydney Survivor to I guess get some real grounding in a real game, in a real scenario, and see how I do measure up in those real life moments playing the game Survivor. So being a bit older as well, looking to I guess make sure that I'm not the first voted out. Older players generally don't do well in any format of Survivor, so yeah, a few things to prove there. I do consider myself highly competitive. I hate losing, and if I do ever come second in anything, I'll be thinking of how and why and what I can do better next time. Look, I've studied the game of Survive for a very long time. I believe I've got quite a broad skill set in terms of personality traits, being able to develop relationships with people, but also, you know, my body for 52 years old is still holding up pretty well. I think I'll be reasonably competitive in a lot of the physical aspects as well. So I'm really looking forward to the challenge. So what am I willing to do to get to the end? Well, most people will say they'll do anything to get to the end. I'm probably a little bit different. I'll do what I need to do to try and get to the end. I'm hoping that I don't find myself in a minority, but if I do, trying to pull on all of my strings, all of my worldly experience to develop relationships, find cracks in other people's relationships, find, I guess, reasons for me to be a better choice moving forward in an alliance. So look, being in a minority is always going to be a challenge, but I actually kind of like playing from behind. You know, that's what I do well in my racing career. I don't like leading from the pack. I like coming from behind and chasing people down. So, you know, maybe that might be something good for me to throw myself into in the game. So my message to the rest of the cast for season 2 is look out. The boy from the west is coming over, hoping this old dog can teach a few of you some new tricks.